Hi students, here is Susri Priyadarshini, lecturer in Mechanical Engineering, Bose Cutter. For the next 30 minutes, you all will be with me attentively for the chapter Total Quality Management and Just-in-Time Manufacturing, which is the last chapter of your subject, that is Industrial Engineering and Quality Control. Today we will focus about the quality of the product, and why we will study about the quality of the product, what is the need of it. You guys know it better, whether it is a plant or any of the organization, nobody will try to compromise with the quality of the product, because they have to provide the best quality product to their customers, to satisfy their customers, and they have to meet the customers expectation level by providing the best quality product. And it is not a one man process or a one step process, and it requires a team, and that team is called as total quality management, and it comprises the total members those are involved in a plant, and all these together is called as total quality management. And this total quality management team will lead the company or will lead the plant towards the success and towards their destination, and they will give the best quality product to the customers and will improve the profit, and will lead the company towards the competitive market. First of all, we need to understand the term what is total quality management. In the slide here, in short we will call it as TQM. And what is the meaning of TQM? First, T is the total, that is made up of the whole, and then Q is the quality, that is the degree of excellence of any part or service, and then next is management, that is the act of controlling or manner of planning, controlling and directing. And in total we can call it as the act of or manner of controlling a service to achieve the excellence. We need to achieve the excellence, and we need to provide the best quality product to our customers. That's why we have formed a team or the organization in any plant, that is called as total quality management, which will provide the best product to the customer and without any defect. That means zero error product. And in this diagram here, that is the total quality, and the employees who have indicated in this diagram, they are moving in a positive way or in a way towards the total quality, and throughout this process the continuous development is necessary. Okay guys, in the content we will cover the definition, concepts, characteristics, different aspects, principles, key elements, advantages and disadvantages of the total quality management. I have already told you about the meaning of the TQM, and in your book you will find different kinds of definitions, and in also internet, but here I will elaborate some definitions, and you will understand in a better way. It is an integrated approach. It is an integrated organizational effort to design the product in every level. You guys know any manufacturing process is not a one step process. There are several steps which are involved in that manufacturing process, and though it is a many step process, and at every level lots of people are getting involved here, lots of people are doing their work at every step. And if we will focus the quality about the quality of the product at every step, we will direct the employees to do their best at every step, then only it will form the better quality product. And it is an organizational integrated organizational effort. That means in the organization all the people should be integrated together to give the best quality product to their customer. They should meet the level of expectation of their customer, and they should try to satisfy their customer. That is the definition of TQM. It is a continuous improvement management approach to meet the customer satisfaction, profitability and competitiveness. Yes, this team will give the company to a higher level, will set some benchmark in the market, will give the profit, higher profit. Obviously those companies who are giving us better quality product, they will make more profit. Definitely, you can see, suppose one bearing company is there are lots of companies which are producing the bearing, but one company which is giving the best bearing to the market, those that company will make more profit, and also it will enhance the reputation also. This is about your definition. And coming to the concept part, okay guys, today I will tell you in the class 5 words. Those 5 words is most important concept of the TQM. That is the quality, and second one is customer, third one is strategy, fourth one is improvement, and fifth one is encouragement. Let's discuss about this concept. First one is quality. You guys know in our day-to-day life we are using many brands, but we always stick to that product which will give us a better quality product, having greater durability. Yes, it's the quality doesn't mean it will last long. The quality means that is the material should be best, the usage should be long-term basis, and also the service of the company should be best. Then only the quality of the product will be improved. That is about the quality. And if the company will give the qualitative product to the customers, definitely it will enhance the company's reputation, it will improve the profit of the company or plant, and it will make lead the company towards in a positive way towards a success. And second one is customer. You guys know, there is nothing without customers. There is no plant, there is no organization, there is no business. The customers are everything to the plant. A satisfied customer can bring 10 more customers to the company, but definitely a dissatisfied customer will reduce the number of customers for the company. That is the more important point. And the employees who are getting involved in this quality management team, the frontline employees should have better relations with the customers, so that they can interact, they can be aware of what the customer needs, how they needs, when they need, and about the customer's level of expectation, about the customer satisfaction, and last one is about the customer's feedback. That is the most important point. You guys know, without feedback nothing can be improved. And if the company will take the feedback from the customers, they can better know in which part the product requires development or improvement, and in that way they will design the product and they will make the better quality product. That's why it is the most important concept that the TQM should focus on the customers first. And then third one is strategy. Yes, strategy is the most important part. Whenever we want to achieve something in our life, we make a particular strategy, and always we try to follow that particular strategy to achieve our destination. Yes, in the company same thing happen. The plant always makes a particular strategy, and all the people who are getting involved in the team, they should follow that particular strategy, so that they could get their destination, they could move in a positive way towards their goal. And the goal is definitely our best quality product. Then fourth one is improvement. That is most important point. You guys know, in our day-to-day life, every day, every second, we need some improvement, and the company will improve continuously. Continuous improvement is mandatory. Without the continuous improvement, the company cannot do anything. Suppose the company will adopt some new techniques, new tools, and for that the company has to provide the proper training to its employees, so that the improvement will occur at every level, and every people will get involved to give the best quality product for the customer. And last one is encouragement. Yes, it's the most important part, because it's the emotional word, and it's about the culture. Yes, encouragement is definitely necessary. Whether it is plant or any other organization, will tell encouragement and teamwork is mandatory. And here we are telling about the total quality management. And whenever the people from different levels, different backgrounds are getting together for a definite purpose, they should have mutual respect for each other, they should have mutual understanding, and definitely there will be a leader, but the leader should coordinate every information to its employees, so that there will be a perfect teamwork and the team will achieve their goal. Let's discuss about the characteristics. Yes, there are some characteristics apart from the concept. I'll tell you. Committed management. Yes, the management should be committed or dedicated towards the work, towards the goal, and towards the qualitative product. And adapting and communicating. Yes, the company should adopt the new technologies and should communicate about it to other employees. Closer customer relations. I have already told you about the customers in the previous slide. And closer provide relation is mandatory. Benchmarking, I have already told you, benchmark, the company should set some benchmark so that it will be set an example for other companies. And increased training, yes, whenever we are talking about adopting the new technologies, then the company should provide the better trainings about that technology to the employees so that the employees will be empowered. And open organization is necessary. Employee empowerment, I have already told you, if employee empowerment will occur, the every person who are getting involved in the team will get the chance to innovate something, and that will evolve some new innovation which will lead towards better quality product. And flexible production, this is also necessary. Process improvement, we cannot say that we are doing this process and this process will be going on. Process improvements are necessary so that we can do any process economically by the improvements. And process measuring, measuring is a big word. Yes, measurement is necessary in every field, because only by measuring we can identify the errors, and when we will identify the errors we can eradicate, and we will eliminate the defective products, and we can get the best results, we can get the non-defective products only. By this we can improve the quality also. Then coming to aspects, these are the most important aspects, that is 3C. First one is counting, then customer and culture. You have to understand about this very carefully. This 3 is most important, because in counting part we are talking about the tools, techniques and training, because by adopting the new techniques, by buying the new tools and by giving the proper training to the employees, the plant can solve or can analyze the problems and solve that problems, so that that will improve the quality of the product. And second one is customer. Obviously, to provide the qualitative product to the customers should be the central concern for the plant. That is mandatory. I have already in details about it in the concept part. Culture I have already told you, culture is the most important part, because there will be sharing values, there will be mutual respect, there will be mutual understanding, there will be trust, there will be belief, everything will be in culture, and that is mandatory for the teamwork. Next we will discuss about the principles. These are the most important principles. One is customer focus is the most mandatory part, and leadership, that is also necessary, because it's a team, and that definitely there will be leader, and the leader will tend to tend the total group towards the success. And people involvement is necessary, because it's a I have already told you, from the top to bottom all the peoples or all the employees are getting involved in this team. That's why people involvement is mandatory, so that the new innovations will be evolved. Then process approach is also mandatory, because we will approach to new processes, we can adopt new processes in the company. And system approach to management, that is also a nice principle. And continuous improvement, that is the most important principle. Continuous improvement, we need our continuous improvement. I will tell you about one cycle, that is Deming cycle, that is PDCA cycle. And what PDCA? P means plan, D means do, check means check, and A means act. P means plan for the new things, then do means execute the plan, then C means check the errors, and A means take action if there is something error. This PDCA cycle is most important for this continuous improvement, and through this PDCA cycle the plant can improve in a positive way. Then next is key elements. These are the key elements. The focus on customer, under that the organizations or the companies should identify the customers, because there are certain customers are there whom the company should identify. And the fulfillment of customers requirements, that is the most important key element. And under the employee involvement, there is motivating workforce is there, the workplace should be motivating, and team building and training also mandatory, and suggestion system should be there, and by the suggestion system the company will improve. And the reward and recognition, that is mandatory, by giving reward to the best team or the best employee, they will be encouraged, and they will do their work perfectly and more perfectly. And gain sharing and performance appraisal, that is also important in employee involvement. Then continuous improvement, under the continuous improvement, process, performance, commitment and strategy, these four are most important, and I have already told you that is PDCA cycle, that is also necessary for continuous improvement. And advantages, these are the advantages: improved quality, that is the main motto of our TQM, and employee participation is also there, and teamwork is there, yes, definitely. Working relationship will be good, and customer satisfaction will be definitely there if the company is providing best quality product. Employee satisfaction, then productivity will be more, yes, when the quality is good means the productivity will be more. And profitability, definitely when the productivity will be more, the company will make more profit, then market sharing will increase. These are the advantages for TQM. Then coming to disadvantages, yes, there are some points. Initial introduction cost is there to organize the team, and the benefits may not be seen for several years. That means it's not a long term process. We are telling it, yes, for certain years we can gain benefit by implementing this TQM concept. And workers may be resistant to change. This might happen. These are the small disadvantages for the TQM, and this is all about the TQM. And it's the model. Picturization of the model: total participation, customer focus, planning process management and process improvement. This all together will give us the better result. This is all about your total quality management. And coming to next chapter, that is just in time manufacturing, that is in short we call it as JIT. This is a very important concept. You guys know, it's a philosophy rather than a technique, and it has already been developed by the Japanese company, that is Toyota. And I am telling you an example to understand this properly. Suppose there is a car manufacturing company, and the final assembly of car is occurring. Obviously in the production line, the sub assembly parts should reach at the production line at right time, in right quantities, with right quality. If the sub-assembly parts will not reach at the production line, then definitely there will be some waste, and that waste is called as manufacturing waste. That waste might be the waste in time, waste of cost, waste of material, but that is called as manufacturing waste. And this technique, that is JIT, just in time manufacturing philosophy, will strive to eliminate those manufacturing waste from the production line. It will tend to production of goods to meet the customer demands exactly in time, with proper quality and with proper quantity. And it will strive to eliminate the manufacturing waste. That means everything will happen at the right time. There is no waste of time, there is no waste of quantity, or there is no waste of cost also. And let's understand about the manufacturing waste. Yes, there are several sources of manufacturing waste. I'll tell you these 7 types of sources of waste. Waste from overproduction, waste of waiting time, transportation waste, processing waste, inventory waste, unnecessary movement of people, waste from product defects. These are the sources from where the manufacturing wastes are occurring, and JIT strives to eliminate this type of waste in the production line. That is the concept of JIT. And the objective, obviously the important objectives are here. It always aims towards to produce the zero defect product. It is the main goal of JIT, and it always focuses on the continuous improvement And also obviously whenever it is doing at right time everything, whenever there is a order there will be a production, and it will definitely reduce the inventories. And also when the inventories will be reduced, definitely inventory carrying cost will be reduced, and it will eliminate the waste, that is manufacturing waste, I have already told you. And it will identify and solve any waste related problems. That is most important, guys. That is identification of problem. Let's discuss about the concept and strategy. These concepts are quality, design, productivity and cost. These are most important concept. Obviously quality, when the JIT strives towards elimination of waste, that means there will be fast production occurs, because that happens at right time, at right quantity. Definitely fast production of occur, there will be no waiting time in the production line. That's why the production will be completed speedily. And the correction of parts occurs because this philosophy strives towards the elimination of errors, and when the errors will be eliminated, the corrected parts will be found, the parts will be corrected. And next is design. Yes, design means we are something, we need some changes, we need some engineering changes, and whenever there will be a fast response towards the engineering changes, that means the design part is occurring properly. Yes, in this JIT technique the design part is occurring very properly, because there is a fast response to the engineering change. And the productivity, yes, it will reduce the rework, because there is no rework, because everything is happening at right time. And reduce also inspection, because if at every point good quality product and the better products will be reached at right time and in right quantity and also with good quality, then definitely it will reduce the inspection, final inspection. And the part delay occurs, and in the cost part, the low scrap cost also decreases, and also inventory cost decreases. Definitely, I have already told you, the number of inventories will decrease, and the inventory carrying cost will definitely decrease. Coming to the elements, yes, these are the elements. The JIT always strives for simplicity, that is the most important element. It's a product oriented layout, the quality control, Poka-yoke, preventive maintenance. Yes, maintenance is mandatory, because we never wait for something breakdown and then only we'll do the maintenance. We have to do the maintenance part before the breakdown, and that is called as preventive maintenance. And eliminating waste, good housekeeping also there. And setup time reduction, mixed production, Kanbans, automation and done. These are the most important elements. You guys know, you might not understand the term Poka-yoke. Poka-yoke is the Japanese phrase which tends to eliminate the errors, which strives to eliminate the errors. That is a Japanese phrase. And Kanbans also, it's a Japanese technique, and it identifies the bottlenecks in the production line and it fixes it up. And all other terms you can understand. And next is advantage part. Yes, these are the most important advantages, because this technique has major advantages in the production line. That's why some more companies also are adapting this technique. First it was evolved by Toyota, but further many other companies are also adopting this technique, JIT. Less space needed, yes, and no excessive buying also occurs. Waste reduction occurs, and smaller investment occurs, and no excessive production leading to time and labor cost saving. Yes, no excessive production occurs. That means the number of orders is equal to number of production. No excessive production, labor cost decreases, and waste due to overproduction decreases. Every waste should be eliminated. Then disadvantages. Everything has some disadvantages. Yes, here the risk of running out of stocks is there, because we are producing exactly the amount we need, and lack of control over time frame is there, and more planning required. This whenever we are trying to implement this philosophy in our company, this requires more planning. And guys, I hope you have understood about this total quality management and JIT technique.